So I think now it's visible. The network suddenly went away out of blue moon. And yeah, so what I was saying is either this is some sort of ABC or I'm wrong, and this can be 1212, and it's very bullish for ETH. So we'll see what it gives. But weekly time frame, I've been very vocal about it, and the weekly is not bullish, honestly speaking. You need to ask yourself what this chart, why you won't really want to be bullish on ETH. You really need to ask yourself. You just want to be bullish only because you hold ETH, or you want to be bullish because you see something in it? Because if you look at the weekly time frame, the RSI is deeper, very much inside the bear territory, lost the levels. And then previously when it does, we just went into the very big sold territory basically. So we need to go there before we see some sort of a massive reversal signs. And you have the neckline here, which we have already lost it. So maybe a bearish retest is good. But overall, I'm expecting a move on the downside. A bearish retest on the CMEs on Ethereum would be around $2,180 to $2,200, as I mentioned, like what BTC did. And after that, maybe dumping back down to 786, 886 Fibonacci levels, somewhere between 1670 to 1363. But we have a good order block around 1520 to 1620. So I think this level is going to give us a good bounce. So for swing shorts, these are the opportunity for swing shorts. For longs, these are the opportunity for longs. Again, it will be slightly tricky in my view. And but this is what the CMEs are telling me. Similarly, if you look at from the daily perspective, the ETH chart, as we discussed about the CMEs, very similar sort of a plan that I've already mentioned a few days back. Again, the 786 to 886 Fibonacci levels, and a very same plan, no changes further. The only thing that needs to be seen that whether we are getting a bullish engulfing candle here with this weekly closing about to happen next 15 hours 17 minutes. So let's say if we do happen to get a bullish engulfing candle, then the whole scenario changes, meaning that if we close above 2020, this is going to be an order block and a very good bullish engulfing candle. And Ethereum, if you look at from the weekly perspective, whenever we see some sort of a bullish engulfing candle on the weekly over here, we see some move up here, and you got the bullish engulfing you see here after the dump. So like a double top the next week, and then double bottom, the price held, and then we started backing up. The bullish engulfing candles are very, very solid candles and are very strong. And you will see these sort of candles here, very strong engulfing candle up here. So you see those candles and probably going to decide whether the market is ready for a bottom or some sort of a V-shaped recovery. So in case if you do happen to go get a closure of 2020 in next 15 hours 16 minutes for Ethereum, I will not be surprised. Maybe I just cancel my short, or maybe I'll just keep it. We might see double top and then a double bottom sort of thing, retesting 1785, and then pushing up to $2,273 resistance for ABC move. And that move can give us a very good 24-25% move overall. Now remember, this can be also mean if we flip it these levels, it can even run past 2,500, can even go for this engulfing candle, the order block basically around 2,793. So the 15 hour is going to be very crucial for Ethereum basically. Let's say if we don't get any bearish engulfing candle, then the plan is pretty much solid and simple. We go for a bearish retest 2030, and then we start dumping back down to maybe 1670 one more time, go into this bullish order block that is yet pending, for some sort of a retest. Basically, this is practically, would be the plan. But if we get a bullish engulfing candle, this plan is invalidated, and we will be looking for an alternative plan, which would be a double bottom, or some sort of a, not lower lows but higher lows. So basically it's going to be highs, lows, higher lows, higher series of higher highs is going to decide the next few weeks, basically, for a rally on ETH and the market. We're just going to chop. This is how we will go till July, August. We're just going to do a nasty good chop move to the upside towards 2,500 maybe. It all depends on how this candle closes in the next 15 hours. Looking for a BTC plan on the daily time frame. And now I did mention the 27th of March going to be a very good reversal, because it's an eclipse, solar eclipse. So normally when you see sort of an eclipse, the blood moon have already played out precisely, and before we got an acid dump. So we might just see some reversals before this, or maybe if not a reversal, then we might just push up here and do some sort of double bottoming, like a 3-tap setup for BTC, meaning that we push up and we go for a double bottom, a 3-tap setup. The market gets happy after March closes, very much maybe positive, because we are at 23rd of March and we still have a lot of time for March to close. But there is a likelihood that March might close red because of the February, that the way it closed it. So if you really want the market to play the 3-tap setup, which I personally would like to play, basically, because that's where the money needs to be made at this point. That's the only logical way I see the money needs to be made at this point. I really don't see any other point. I mean, of course, you can play the strategies and you can make good money. But the move that we saw was A, B, C, B, clearly, which means that we are doing some sort of 5 waves, or maybe are done with it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Some sort of a 5-wave move. And you will see a push up here to 86.6, 86.3, and then we go for a 3-tap setup till end of the March, closing March negative. Not that negative, but negative. I might see one more push down like this as well, or just hold up here and flip it up, and boom, we go for a 100k target in April. So this is the order block that I'm aiming for BTC to test at some point, so as to give us a very good very good short opportunities above these levels, because we still have monthly bearish engulfing candle, which you should not be forgetting. We a nasty engulfing candle. We have weekly, we don't have any bullishness, no engulfing, nothing. So forget about the weekly. The weekly RSI is likely having a bearish retest at this point, it seems. So the plan that I mentioned makes more sense. A push up to 86, that's what I want to play the scalp. A push up to 85.5 to 86k, and then further dump it back down to 78. So this is what I'm going to play for once my longs. Of course, our longs are in profits at the moment, not much, but somewhat in profits. And once we go above 85k, we'll move stops in profits, and we're just going to let it ride. And I'm aiming for some shorts towards 78.1. If it loses, then we will aim for some sort of a move towards 75.6 and maybe even 74.3. But now the way that things looks like, this is the most logical plan for BTC. Similarly for USD DOM, the way the things are looking at the moment, I feel this is some sort of a WXY move. And this is clearly, ABC, or maybe some sort of a, 1, 2, 1, 2. But let's say if this is ABC, then it's going to be like move here, run up here, go for a back test, this move like this, and then dump like this, which aligns with our plan for BTC, as I mentioned. go up here, retest, and then pump up. Similarly for USD dominance, perfectly aligning. Similarly for Ethereum, as I mentioned, if you're closing and as an engulfing candle, I think it will close as an engulfing candle. Very possibilities there. 2020 we need to close above, and we can see a double bottom and then run up like this. So basically this can be a very good opportunity for longs and swing long opportunity. I'll definitely go big once Ethereum closes bullish engulfing. I'll just gonna buy a huge spot back, maybe just go 100% in ETH, because that is a very likelihood for it to outperform. Similarly, look at the ETH BTC chart. Very much close to bottoming out. Very close. The plan is still same. We got to move somewhere bottom, like a reversal. If we are closing this weekly under the range lows, I think it's a very good chance that we are bottomed. And we already did a back test. So practically speaking, this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 ABC. Chop. Form a range here, breakout. We go up here like this, and then we further come back down for a 3-tap setup for ETH. So I think this is where ETH outperforms. As I mentioned, for the bullish engulfing, this is where we go for a sideways chop and ETH outperforms like this. So this is a very good opportunity in my view at those levels, basically. So that's it for that's it for the updates. And regarding few coins you should really look for is Solana is still aiming for that 131 flip. I'm still not yet flipped. We are still inside the order block, and you can also say this is some sort of a premium zone where it's getting rejected again and again. However, if you're seeing a flip here, which I think it might flip this time. So if we do happen to see a flip on the 4-hour time frame, basically the flip of 131.4, you see a flip here, you can long, and because this might be a very good triangle formation, you see. So we can just go for, this can be A, B, C, A, B, C, D, E, B. So your 130 is going to be your support, B, and C towards 150 to 100, and this resistance of 153. So Solana is trying to look good. Just need a flip of 131.5, so have eyes on this. Once it flips up, 4-hour closure above, because we never have closed 4 hours. You see, we rejected, never. We rejected many times here. We rejected, and breakout. So your 4 hours seems a very crucial levels to flip. You can play 1 hour as well, but it might just give us a fake out. It's up to you, but I think 4 hour makes more sense. API 3 again, same plan. I think for scalps, 1.127 to 1.12 is a good levels for longs. If you just look at from the weekly perspective, it is still looking some sort of a range reclaim over here on the lower end, basically reclaiming $1. So if the weekly closes this way, it can be a good sign for API 3, and we would be aiming for a retest of the upper range, which is still missing around 2.9. It can be a good 2x move for API 3, because the move that we saw A1 to 3 ABC, this is another B wave, and this is another ABC, or maybe you can say this is some sort of a clean diagonal actually here. Not a perfect diagonal, but some sort of, kind of. Look at from the weekly perspective. We are testing we are yet to test the 50 RSI, where we normally reject every time, you see. And that's where once we go up here, it's going to be time for it short this coin, and maybe like this. So don't short it right now. I think one more push is still missing. So on the lower term time frame, this is going to be our one more push, 1.126 to 1.12. Your stop loss will be under 1.1 basically, and if it goes under 1 to 1.07, you just exit basically. Um, so these are some basically views. Other crypto, other market cap, as I mentioned. I might look for opportunities if we get a move down here to 213, $220 billion. It can be a perfect 3-tap setup, and it's a very good discount zone basically, and we can run up. So the risk reward is good over here because your stop loss is practically $209 billion. So this is good. Let's see how this plays out. The plan going ahead as to how am I going to play. First of all, the trades that will be given under the challenge simply is for the challenge. I'm not gonna play it for the normal account. It's for the challenge I do, because for the challenge, the strategies, I take a lot of trades based on multiple strategies. For example, 2-minute strategy, you can say EMS strategies, VWAP strategy, and then also I take based on the price action algo. So yeah, so basically this is how the trades I took for the challenge. And right now I'm a little bit dim because of the Ramadan is going on and everybody is mostly dim. The market is still dim, honestly speaking. But I think the opportunities are coming for, even if it's like a dead cat bounce after 27th of March maybe, or maybe 13th of April. So you will see some sort of a good price action move in the market basically once this March ends. In my view, I'm very much optimistic for that move, and we should stick with the plan. If you really want to make big, you have liquidated on the previous DOMs like in the Fab, or your plan is to get a prop account, alternative prop account, like let's say start with a 25-30k. Just follow the strategy, scalping strategy that I've shown you, and risk 0.25% on each trade, and try to pass it on. And if you have any queries, always you can ping me. You can take gold trades that I gave as well. Of course, these few prop companies don't have gold, but definitely you can make some money with the prop. But remember, go with the reputed ones. FTMO is good, CFT is also good, but don't have gold. And few countries it's blocked. For example, for US customers it's not there, CFT, and maybe Pakistan maybe. So there are few countries it's blocked actually. So you just, before buying it, purchasing it, just look whether they accept, they pay you in your country, so you don't waste your time. The markets are in such a state at the moment, because if you look at from SPX perspective, we'll also check VIX basically. SPX is likely going to give us that nasty bearish retest, and I'm not sure how many of of the market makers are prepared, because we never saw a bullish engulfing candle. If this had been a bullish engulfing candle, or even not an engulfing candle, a tweezer bottom sort of thing, it would have been nice basically. But we are aiming for, now the EMA 100 is shifted slightly above, so we will just look for an entry under this. And I personally think that it's going to be a good level of entry for a run up. So I don't think the markets are going to lose EMA 100. Basically, we are not going to lose $5,200 in a single slingshot. It won't, it won't lose basically. So SPX is still looking, bearish at the moment. Any retest you get around 5,780 to 5,823 is a very good levels to short it, with a target of 5,250 to 5,170. Okay. And if you look at from the perspective of volatility index on S&P 500, you can trade it, if you know how to trade this one as well. If you look at from the weekly perspective, but if I just have to look from the daily perspective, this is some sort of a ABC, which means that the volatility is going to cool off a bit. and we will do something like this. And once we go under this, the Wavy deviation, the volatility is going to spike up. So this is where once we start going under whatever the move, let's say if the price is at resistance, it's going to dump heavy. If the price is at support, it's going to pump heavy. So whatever the price at that one point of time would be, you should take the alternative, like reversal step. If it's at support, you long. If it's at resistance, you short. It's simple as that. Okay. And looking for the HTF on gold. I mean, of course, many people want to know what gold will do basically. I think gold is not topped out yet, guys. Of course, I'm expecting a pullback to 3,029.87. 3,000 is done, so maybe one more time towards 2,975 or so, and then push it up to 3,082. Overall, this is 1, this is 2, this is 3, this is 4, and this is 5. The things are coming to end for gold basically. And when it happens, I think April, May might be the worst month for gold. Might be. Basically, we can expect a dump in April, May, at least 10% move towards 2,789. And a worst case would be, in my view, like a crazy 20% move towards 2,500 bucks for a bigger wave 4, actually, like a bigger wave 4. But I think, even if it goes to 2,540, I think I would be happy. Because if you look at from the weekly perspective and EMAs, the way things are aligned, and why I say that, the gold, I think this EMA 50 is going to give us a good bounce of 2,595. So yeah, this is a support basically around 2,600 bucks. So this is the dump probably we can expect, and after that we will see another massive push up to 3,500 bucks. Basically, after the 15% dump, another run up on gold towards from these levels to another 30-35% move on the upside. So this can be a very good buy the dip opportunity for gold. 2026 is going to be bearish for gold overall, because I do think that 2026 is going to be bad overall for many markets. The main reason for that is we are having 2 blood moon in 2026, sorry. So overall the markets are going to be in a deep chop state, because from now till September till August, you can say things might look good, relief bounces across the board and so on. After the September, or maybe after the August, the markets are literally going to dump nasty. And then those dump are going to keep on continue, because again we have a blood moon in March next year. So things are going to be very wild after September this year. So quarter 4 and quarter 1 are going to be so challenging for the overall economy of the world. Basically, there's going to be a lot of issues, and a lot of things are going to happen during those periods. The way the market state is, if the real estate market is going to dump heavy because of the stock market crash, because a lot of the people that have invested or that have hedged their real estate positions with stocks, or basically they're going to crash, and they'll need that cash to buy stocks. So that way the real estate also going to see some dump, like crazy 30-40% move, not much. And after the 2026 blood moon gets over in September, basically, as well, I believe the market is going to go for a big reversal, and that's going to be the end of the bear market. Basically, 2026 quarter 4 ending November, December will be a very good period. Even August, September 2026 can be a good period to buy whatever you want to buy with a confirmation. So overall, I think gold still same plan. Now, why do I think SPX is definitely going to give us a bounce? Because SPX also, did a very similar move. We went down to daily EMA 100, slightly under, and then double bottom and then up. So if you look at from the perspective of SPX and S&P 500, the daily as well, Yes, we have lost it. We are having a death cross, EMA 50 crossing EMA 100, and RS and the EMAs are cooling down. But at the end of the day, I expect a bearish retest, like a fake out, and then further down. So I think SPX is going to dump, guys. So if you are looking for some, yeah, for some basically good short opportunities, I think Tesla can be one. I think if any pullback towards 297 can be a good short opportunity for Tesla, further dumping it down to $136, $100 basically for Tesla. And yeah, I think this bearish shark is in play, and you don't ignore the bearish shark. It's very, very perfectly playing out, so you don't just ignore it. In fact, if you look at the weekly time frame, we are almost at EMA 200, so the bounce is definitely going to happen. But once we lose, this is where it goes straight. So a lot of danger is there for Elon. Basically, MicroStrategy as well. Basically, strategy. MicroStrategy is also at support on the weekly time frame, and I just have the chart based on the logarithmic scale. Because of the the data, or maybe we can just look at from the normal scale perspective. We got a breakdown, and if you just look at from the monthly perspective, the all-time highs that we made in 1999, basically 333, and after that the stocks just went like this. Now a lot of things happen in between, stock split and a lot of things, so that's why the price just went down. But if you look at from the market cap perspective, the market cap went really good. But what we can look from here is this is going to act like a bearish retest, and I will be aiming for these levels for MicroStrategy. Now you might even think that what if this is 1 2 3 4 5? Yeah, possibilities there. So this might be 1 2, this is another 1 2, and this is wave 3, ABC 4, and some sort of a 5, something like this. But this 5 will happen after double bottom like this, 5, and then we dump like an M pattern formation for MicroStrategy like this. We just deviate, hold up, and then further dump like this, in lines with what BTC did previously around these levels. So, or maybe it simply dumps from here, losing up to 334 can be a good short in my view. Similarly, Coinbase Global INC. Coin, if you look at the Nasdaq, Coin is also not looking that, in my view, great at the moment. The reason being, we are having a trend line, which is trend line support here. You can also do trend line here as well, and then you can draw an alternative trend line from these move till here. It's like a breakdown. But if you look at from the support resistance perspective, this is your resistance, which is now your resistance for sure. And the way we did, it's still in the bear market basically. Coin is still in the bear market. It's not in the territory, some sort of a bullish territory. 1 2 1 2, or maybe this is A B C B. This is 1 3 4 and 5. So this is like 1 2 3 4 5. This is 1 2 3 ABC 4, and then 5. So practically speaking, the 5 waves are in, and what's going to happen with the coin is we will see some bearish retest here, further down like this to this order block that we have, and a support that we have around 113 to 115, or when we get to 120, 113 to 120 zone. go up here, retest is going to happen, and then we push up for a something like this, flip it up, go. This can be a very good pattern. So I think if you really want to short coin as well, 214 to 215 is a good levels to short. Even you can short 210 to 215. That $5 it can give us a good swing short. So that's it for today's analysis, ladies and gentlemen. The winner for today's stream is based on not necessarily MicroStrategy dumping. This blood moon didn't affect gold, but definitely it will in the coming days. April, May is not good for gold, a lot of way things are, but I think overall it will be good for crypto markets. I am optimistic for April, as I mentioned, bullish. The reason is this is looking bullish to me, actually, like a double bottom, pump up. Similarly for Ethereum, double bottom, pump up if we are closing like an engulfing candle. So that would be very, very nice. This looks good to me, actually. Well, everything looks so bearish. Everything looks so bearish. You can ping me if you need some charts. Definitely I'll share it by end of the day or maybe tomorrow morning, because some charts are new, so I need to analyze it. For example, like Mubarak and broccoli, I honestly don't know what is Mubarak is, so I'm just going to ignore it with broccoli. I think the person who is clearly winning, okay, for you, which is more accurate, so US dominance and BTC dominance are both different thing, my friend. USA dominance tells you whether people really want to be in USD at the moment, or they want to invest in the market, whether they want to hold USD or they want to sell their USD to buy coins like BTC, Ethereum. So that was the USD dominance tells you, and BTC dominance is altogether a different thing. They are not correlated. BTC dominance tells you whether the guys that are holding BTC wants to convert their BTC into any other coins like Ethereum or whatever. It tells you whether the BTC is going to have an upper hand in the market by having most valued market cap, or the money is going to rotate simply. So both are different thing, and both plays a very different role. I'll definitely at the moment I won't be able to review, my friend. I don't have those charts ready, but just ping me the ticker and I'll do that for you by after iftar. I'll do that shortly. Definitely you can check when SPX dump. Normally crypto will dump as well. I think the winner is between this guy Mai and Ahmed Zafar. So I just have to check the most. That's the only thing I can see. The most, as I am watching right now, is this guy Mai. So congratulations. For now, you are the winner. Ahmed, you might win as well next time. So just Mai, probably if you are in Discord or on Twitter or on X, basically just ping me or USDT. I'll probably get your $50 transfer tonight. Okay, have a nice day, guys. Take care. Bye.